Oh, Jesus. Demi-sac, 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 the blood of Jesus. Demi-sac, the blood of Jesus. Yeah, God bless you, brother. We don't live in China, we live in the UK.
That's true, that is true.
We don't live in Afghanistan, we live in the UK. That's true. And we are free to preach, free to speak, free in our country. We are a free people. Starmer, stick your digital ID.
Fuck Starmer.
Stick your digital ID. We are a free people. We are a free people. And we will preach the gospel. Stick your wokeism. Stick your far leftism. Stick it. I'm standing on Christ. Our country needs Christ. Our schools are in a mess. Our universities are hotbed of far leftism and wokeism.
I teach my students about Marxism.
Well, you should teach them about Christianity, bro.
I'm not Christian though.
Yeah, but you're in a Christian country, so you should do.
The majority of people aren't Christian.
Your culture, your history is Christian, and you're a disgrace if you don't teach it. You are a disgrace if you do not teach Christianity in your classes.
That's not good preaching.
No, it's kicking you.
That's bad preaching.
What it is kicking you on the backside, my friend.
Oh,
He says he teaches Marxism in the schools. Get that out of your mind. Marx has killed hundreds of millions of people in German Mao and Stalin, my friend.
In German Mao.
So, my friend.
Just the fair play. You got to do what you got to do for the clicks, right? Got to do it for the clicks. Got to get the. You hear that? It's just for the drama. It's for the message. Yeah, even the preachers are they're fucking grifters these days. What the fuck?
I don't get anybody, brother. But I know how to troll the nation, bro. Brother, I know how to troll the nation, brother.
We do a bit of trolling.
But I'm trolling to get out.
A bit of trolling.
But I'm trolling. I'm
Well.
trolling you to get out of Marxism and get into Christianity, bro.
Well, you know, maybe. One day. Yeah, Marx was a Christian.
Hello, Marx was a Christian. Yeah.
He was.
But I don't, brother.
Jesus was a Marxist.
What I'm saying is I don't mean it.
I'm taking that's fine. I can shit, it's fine.
Cracking
You
it
sat down, I respect your beliefs.
I like a bit of trolling too.
I'm relatively familiar.
You've got to admit the universities are really crap. Let me ask you something.
I'm a uni teacher.
Let me ask you something. Did you agree with the president of the Oxford Debating Society, what he said
What did he
about the Jews, that it was okay for Hamas and all the rest to do what they
Did he
did?
really say that?
Well, what did he say?
I don't know.
You're saying.
Yeah, you're the one telling me.
But he was siding with Hamas, and he was mocking the Jews.
Siding with Hamas.
He was mocking the Jews, and he was also mocking the death of Charlie Kirk.
Which you should.
Do you agree with that?
I don't agree with it. I think
Right.
killing a child was bad.
So do you agree that the Oxford president of the University Debating Society was laughing and promoting, mocking Charlie Kirk?
I don't know.
I don't know for sure, but if he did do, then that's a shame. That's bad.
Right.
That's a shame.
So why is it that hundreds, if not thousands of people in the UK laughed at Charlie Kirk's death?
I mean, it's partly because of meme culture, right? Like, it's like people making jokes about 9/11. Like, people basically these days, right? Because social media works off clickbait, people will rush to take the piss out of anything they think is outrageous for clicks. That's the reason.
Right. Was that president?
Doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't.
Was
That's the
that
reason.
president far left or not?
Which
I don't know. I can't
Was
say
that
for
guy who said and laughed at Charlie Kirk's death, was he far left or not?
Oh, well, I don't know who you're talking about.
Was he far left?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He was far left. Right. The most of the
Spoiler
videos
alert.
that were made mocking the death of Charlie Kirk, were they far left, or were they of the centre, or were they of the right?
There was actually some far left and far right doing it. There was a bit of both. There was a bit of both.
I
Yeah, there was a bit
reckon
of both. No, there was a bit of both.
if there was a study I reckon 90% of those videos were far left.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
That might be
yeah,
true.
yeah.
I'd say like 98%.
Right, 98%.
I would say
So what?
I'm
Look,
not confident enough to throw numbers out, but probably most.
If I was, obviously, there's no actual statistics,
Yeah, of
but
course,
you can't. But I've seen both echo chambers, so I know, like.
Yeah. No, I have as well.
Like
No,
even,
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
even a lot of the far right who hated Charlie Kirk didn't joke about it.
So what I'm saying, bro, what I'm saying, they did.
Mate, very rarely though. I know both of those echo chambers.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying,
You say you do, but do you really?
but what I'm
Yes.
saying, bro, what I'm saying,
Alright,
what I'm
what
saying,
have you
what I'm saying is, there is a propensity at the moment in this country of the far left silencing free speech.
I'm not sure that's true.
And it's dangerous for democracy, my friend.
I don't think that's true.
It really is. Yeah, 100% true.
It's 100% true.
They've shut down conversation with me. I was having a conversation with
It's
them.
just a hat.
I thought it
In
is
what
just a
sense
conversation.
did they shut down it? Put it down, sorry.
Did you know God
needs
one
a
guy
sin?
was standing
No,
in the way?
but here's the thing, right?
God
You
needs a sin.
remember,
That's
right?
not-
When,
it's
it's not. It's different. That's
This
different.
talking,
No, I get it.
are you
The thing is,
Christian?
when you go to a
No,
protest,
no.
right, there are a lot of people that try and like click fun at protests. So the standard now is to like have a media approach that like tries to block click fun, right?
I had no camera in my hand, nothing to put in the conversation.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's regular. That's because the problem is, a lot of people are uneducated when they're not behind their phone or a computer. So you don't have a conversation with them in person, they can't Google it. They can't try and find an argument. They don't really know much about it. If you're standing on a communist stand preaching about Palestine, you should be a fucking expert.
That's not true.
But they've got Palestine signs.
Why should you be an expert?
Because you're preaching to
you
everyone
just had
about
some
it.
kind of knowledge,
You're,
shouldn't you?
you're preaching to people
Is
about
this
it.
man a theology expert?
I don't know,
Probably
but I'll
not,
tell you
right?
about
I've
it.
got a degree in
I'll tell you about
theology.
the
You actually?
Yeah.
Fair play.
University.
Oh, fair play. But I don't. Well, no, fair play.
Okay,
If that's true, fair play.
It is. I got a BA honours. I did 4 years at Manchester University with the Nazarene College
What your thought when you say free
in
Palestine?
Manchester,
Is that free
Didsbury.
Palestine from Hamas?
Yes, and
And I've read Derrida and Foucault.
With Hamas in government? With Hamas in government?
can I? In my opinion, Hamas probably wouldn't make a great government. Yeah, probably not.
That's the current government. They've not had an election in how many years?
Well, yeah. So you say they're the current government, and yet they've not had an election. So the
Since
thing
when?
is, since like 2008, something like that.
Long time.
Yeah. So, you know, people say that like, oh, you know, Hamas are like an elected government or so on and so forth. What they really are is a de facto resistance movement.
Fine.
You know what I mean by de facto, right? Like, they are the resistance movement because all other resistance movements don't exist anymore.
Funded by who?
Partly by Israel.
Okay, no, that's a fair point. And by England, and by our tax money as well.
Hamas, sorry.
Yeah,
So tax money. No.
So when we're sending money to Palestine, where's that going?
Well, that's not a tax money.
Who is sending
okay,
what money is going to Palestine? What do you mean?
The European Union sends money, doesn't it? I sent money, sent billions.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what they probably are sending money to are like food distribution networks.
But why are the Hamas billionaires in Qatar and all the rest of it?
What name one Hamas billionaire?
Can't name it all.
Doesn't
was a
exist.
millionaire.
Doesn't exist.
Of course
Yahya
it
Sinwar.
exists.
Yahya Sinwar.
And have you seen them all in the
The one that
Egyptian
fucking got killed.
Oh, he's long gone. Yeah.
He's not a billionaire. He's not a billionaire.
He was a millionaire because they get paid for slay. Do you know how much?
I'm not even sure he was a millionaire.
Do you know what
I
pay
couldn't
for
say
slay
sure.
is?
Do you know what pay for
No,
slay is?
no.
So pay for slay, the government in Palestine, Hamas,
Yeah.
will pay people substantial amounts of money for killing Jews.
Where are they getting that money from, though? Do you really think that? Like,
Where
where
is
is
the
the money
money? Where
coming
are they
from?
getting the money to stay in
European
Qatar?
The European
They stay in Qatari 5-star hotels, mate. Honestly, I promise you.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's true.
No, I'm
mate.
telling you,
I'm not
that's
sure.
Can I just say something?
So the thing is, there's a difference.
Where's your evidence to say that's not true? Because I can give you evidence to say.
What's your evidence saying it's true?
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, so here's the thing, right? There's a
One
difference,
second.
there's a difference between paying to stay at Qatari hotels because you're a billionaire or a millionaire, and being invited there because you're there to do like some kind of diplomatic work.
What diplomatic work are Hamas doing?
Well, the diplomatic work.
Killing their own people. They're murdering their own people. I swear to God. They're murdering their own people. They're murdering their own people. This is the thing, this is the Antifa. They should be anti-Hamas. You should be fucking right up.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on about.
The Antifa who are saying, oh, we're so anti-Israel.
Yeah,
Where's the
I'm anti-Israel, yeah.
I'll raise a fair point, mate. Like, where's the anti-Hamas rhetoric from the left?
So I'm left-wing, and I don't think Hamas. It's certainly insofar as they're an Islamist movement, although it's not really clear the extent to which they're Islamists, right? People compare them to ISIS and stuff like that, but it's not really correct.
The beheadings are
What,
very
Hamas?
similar.
Have you read the Constitution of Hamas?
Yeah, I have, and I have, and they build Islamism into it, but
Right, there we are.
But Hamas
And what's the Constitution say?
But Hamas aren't an organisation that are trying to build a caliph.
No, but what's the Hamas Constitution
A caliphate,
say
sorry.
about the Jews and about Israel?
Tell me.
They don't want it to exist to exterminate.
the Jews.
Do they say kick Jews out of Israel? Or do they exterminate Jews?
Exterminate.
It's not
That's in the
Israelis,
Constitution,
it's
bro.
not Zionists, it's Jews.
Yeah,
That's in the Hamas Constitution.
I have actually read their constitution.
I have too.
And I can't remember that bit. But conditional on that being true, that's bad. I agree with that.
Mate, it's horrendous.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't believe in killing Jews. I don't believe in
their
killing Jews.
ideology is based on like killing Jews.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not, because I'm pro-Palestine doesn't mean make me pro-Hamas. Like, I don't think Hamas.
Do you know
are
Palestine's
like,
Palestine's completely new ideology.
That's not true. That's not true.
You were implying that I wasn't educated. I have to tell you, I don't agree. Have you ever read Raccoon?
Well, no. Sorry, but
Have you ever read Raccoon?
No, but really quick.
Have you ever read Derrida?
Yes,
But
but
so have I.
okay.
But don't imply a
No. But to be clear, the point I was trying to make there was that even if you weren't an expert, I believe in your right to preach anyway. That was my point. That was my point.
Where's your Sudan badge? This is not my point. Like, where's
I would have a Sudan badge if I was at a place that was selling them. I would.
The main thing is, guys, we're all going to pop the clogs. When you pop the clogs, I want you to go to heaven. Jesus is the way, guys.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I appreciate that. Anyway, look. We need to go. We need to go booze. We're going to a gig later. Nice to meet you, mate. We didn't chat, but
Thank you. And all the best in the lecture. We'll try and bring a bit of history.
to be clear, I was joking a little bit about teaching Marxism. Now, I am a Marxist, and I do sometimes teach my students about it if they're interested. But actually, the main thing I teach is not about Marxism.
Can I just say, man, you're a very nice man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. You too.
Very
You
nice
too.
man.
Have a good one. I like your sign quite a lot, by the way.
Quite a nice conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And whatever I said, it's not tongue in cheek, brother. Yeah.
No, of course. I would hang about, but my mates might be getting bored. So, yeah. Have a good one.
You know what I will say? For a Marxist, my blood never started boiling, so you're not that bad. You're one of the good ones.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But the thing is, right, so really quick before we leave, the thing is,
Can we have a pizza together? Because he's a nice guy.
I don't live here, but you know, I'm actually thinking about moving here next year, so maybe at some point. But
Oh, you're.
say again, sorry, I shouldn't move here.
No.
All right, well, I don't know. But the thing is, every part of the political aisle, on any extreme, has fucking weirdos. Has weirdos. And not only has weirdos, but has people that believe what they believe, but can't really defend their position. That's not unique to the left. On the right, they have that too. They do. Everyone has that. And the thing is, I don't expect people to be political experts and be political theorists and be historians and shit like that. You can't expect that of people on either side of the aisle. People have the beliefs that they have, and not everyone can hold up an argument. It's just that's just life. That's just the way the world works.
I know you got to go, but when you're doing these to the river to sea marches, you've got all these Palestinian flags up, right? And then you've got people for the far left and the flying gay.
Yes, I know them very well.
Right,
Yeah.
And the flying gay flags and things like that, right? Don't you realise that in Marxist ideology and thinking that they're useful idiots? The far left is useful idiots because in the end, you're going to get taken over by Islam.
So you're taken over by Israel.
Islam. You're marching with the Islamists. And they're happy with you to have your gay flag because they know that if you went to Gaza, you wouldn't be able to have a gay flag. So they're going to take over. They are, bro. They're going to take over.
In fact, at the moment,
you're going to be useful idiots, man.
No. In fact, at the moment on the left, in terms of left-wing organising and stuff, there's actually there's a bit of a tension being generated as a result of the fact that I just want to say this to the camera. Statistically speaking, British Muslims are more socially conservative than someone like myself who is not socially conservative at all. And so there's actually a bit of tension there. It's not actually the happy marriage that you think it is. It's really not. We're not organising with the Islamists.
You heard it here first.
Well, yeah, but it's not. The thing is, you heard it here first because you're in a certain kind of media bubble that I'm not.
Well, we see it every day when we see them marching. We see it with our own eyes, bro.
They have an Islamist flag?
Yeah, but you see,
they don't. Brother, you're making it up. It's not true.
I'm not. You see far left there, and then you see Islamists.
You see Muslims. That's different.
Muslims, but many of them Muslims are Islamicists.
So you say.
Right. The Muslim Brotherhood, where were they rooted? In Egypt, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. What happened,
I don't know.
What happened to the Muslim Brotherhood?
I don't know. Tell me.
Right. They were not allowed to go to Egypt. So they went to Qatar, they went to Turkey, and many of them went to London. Right. Listen. No. And many of them became lecturers. Some of them worked for the BBC. It's true, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's true.
It's true.
I'm not sure it's true.
The Muslim Brothers is one of the most powerful secret organisations in the world today. And they have a desire to Islamify Europe. And one of their agendas, the word Islamophobia, who's pushed that? It's the Muslim Brotherhood. And you're going,
it's not just the Muslim Brotherhood.
Wait a minute, you far left are marching with these guys. right? And one day...
But we're not.
No, you are. And one day, you are. One day,
We're marching with Muslims. It's
they
different.
will turn on you.
It's a different thing.
They will turn on you, and you'll be the useful idiots.
No, look, trust me, man. Trust me. Look, I'm part of a lot of left-wing organising. I know for a fact that none of us find Islamism acceptable. None of us do.
But that's what happened in Iran. The far left, they were with the Islamicists. The Shah came. Oh, yeah. What happened?
I think what actually happened in Iran is that the far left got killed. I think what happened in Iran is the far left got destroyed, and Islamism took their place.
There's lesbians in Iran welcoming the Shah. Where are the lesbians now?
No, I think what happened in Iran is that Islamism replaced, the far left got destroyed and Islamism replaced.
Have you ever read the
different
Quran?
thing?
Have you ever read the Quran?
I read parts of it.
Right. How many verses are on war in the Quran?
An amount, I don't know.
100.
Some.
100.
How many times is Palestine mentioned?
The Quran does not mention every national identity, so... Yeah, no, Israel's the name
The children of Israel.
But it's got 100 verses.
Yeah, they're referring to Jewish people.
It's got 100 verses on war.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
And read what the Quran says to the Jews and the Christians.
What'd you say,
When you don't know what you're talking about, you can go.
Oh, yeah, sound, mate, sound. Well, it was a nice conversation before
was a
that.
good conversation.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Right. Can I just say...
Until you tell them things that they don't want to hear.
There's 100 verses in the Quran that talk about war, jihad. And then there's verses that talk about crucifying the Jews and the Christians in the Quran. In the Hadith, Islam spread through war, right? So they're marching, and he's saying the Muslims, but there are many of them Muslims, they're Islamicists. We saw it in London with the masks recently. There's 40,000 Islamicists on the government watch list for terrorism. 40,000. So they're naive.
How many soldiers from Luton went over to the Mujahideen?
Yeah, they went over. And how many Muslim soldiers are in the British Army? There's more Jews in the British Army than the Muslims. So we're not being racist. It's just the reality. It's a fact. These far left people, they're stopping democracy. They're cyberbullying people. They're attacking people violently, and they're stopping people like this brother here doing the cameras. And then on top of that, they're also plotting politically to take over our country. That's what I think, anyway.